That burning feeling crawling up your chest right now, that's not just discomfort. That is your body sending you a distress signal, and you've been ignoring it. You've tried antacids, you've cut out spicy food, you've gone to bed sitting upright like some kind of exhausted vampire, and still the fire comes back. Here's what nobody told you. Heartburn isn't just about too much acid. For millions of people, it's actually the wrong kind of acid in the wrong place at the wrong time, because the valve meant to keep it down has been weakened, and everything you're doing to fix it might actually be making that valve weaker. Did you know that over 60 million Americans experience heartburn at least once a month, and over 15 million feel it every single day? And yet, the most common solution sold in every pharmacy in the world doesn't fix the root cause. It just mutes the alarm. So why does popping another antacid keep failing you? And what is the one warm drink that actually signals your body to calm the fire from the inside in just minutes? Stay with me, because I'm going to give you the science, the solution, and the specific recipe. And make sure you're here for the part where I explain why this drink works. It's something almost no one in the wellness space is talking about, and it completely changed how I handled this. Let's be real for a second. If you've ever sat through a dinner party, smiled through the conversation, and then quietly excused yourself because you could feel the acid creeping up your throat, I get it. It's embarrassing, it's painful, and it messes with your sleep, your confidence, your energy the next morning. You're not being dramatic. GERD, acid reflux, heartburn, whatever your doctor called it, is genuinely debilitating when it's chronic. And the kicker? The most prescribed medications for it, proton pump inhibitors, are only designed for short-term use. Long-term, they can deplete magnesium, affect your gut bacteria, and actually make your stomach dependent on them. So here's what we're doing today. 3 parts. First, the science of why heartburn actually happens and why the common solution often backfires. Second, the warm drink formula, the exact ingredients and why they work at a biological level. And third, the advanced move, the thing you do after the drink that locks in the results. That's where most people stop short. We're not stopping short today.
By the time this is over, you'll have a blueprint, not a Band-Aid. Here's the myth. Heartburn means you have too much stomach acid. That sounds logical. You feel burning. Acid causes burning. So, less acid, right? Wrong. And this misunderstanding is costing you. Your stomach needs to be acidic, intensely acidic, to properly digest protein, absorb minerals like iron and calcium, and kill off harmful bacteria that enter through your food. When you chronically suppress that acid, your digestion starts falling apart. You get bloating. You get nutrient deficiencies. You get a gut environment that actually invites the wrong bacteria to thrive. The real problem isn't the acid level. It's the lower esophageal sphincter, the LES. That's a muscular valve at the bottom of your esophagus, and its entire job is to open when food goes down and stay shut to keep acid where it belongs. When it weakens, or when intra-abdominal pressure pushes against it, acid escapes upward. That's your heartburn. And here's what weakens the LES: overeating, alcohol, carbonated drinks, chronic stress, obesity, lying down right after eating, and, ironically, low stomach acid itself. Because when acid is too low, food ferments in the stomach, creates gas, and that gas pressure forces the LES open. It's like trying to hold a door closed while someone is inflating a balloon behind it. The lock isn't broken. There's just too much pressure from the wrong side. So when you pop an antacid and get relief, you are getting relief, but you're also turning down the pressure without fixing the door. And every time you do it, your body compensates by producing even more acid next time. This is the cycle, and most people are stuck in it for years. Now let's talk about the drink. The formula is built around 3 ingredients: warm water, raw apple cider vinegar, and raw honey. Some versions include a pinch of ginger or a squeeze of lemon. Simple, cheap, probably already in your kitchen. But here's why it works, and this is the part most people skip. Apple cider vinegar, especially raw, unfiltered with the mother, is acetic acid. When you introduce a mild, controlled amount of acidity into your stomach before or during digestive distress, something counterintuitive happens. It signals the LES to tighten. The sphincter responds to acid signals. It's like sending a "get close the gate" message to your body's gatekeeper. At the same time, ACV helps stimulate pepsin, the digestive enzyme that breaks down protein. When digestion moves faster and more efficiently, there's less fermentation, less gas buildup, and less pressure pushing against that valve. Now, raw honey. This isn't decoration. Raw honey has documented antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. H. pylori, the bacteria linked to stomach ulcers and chronic reflux, has been shown in multiple studies to be inhibited by compounds in raw honey. And because heartburn is often made worse by gut inflammation, honey's soothing effect on the esophageal lining is real and measurable.
The warm water component matters too. Cold water can cause esophageal spasms and slow gastric emptying. Warm water relaxes the smooth muscle of the digestive tract, speeds up motility, and helps the other ingredients distribute properly. Quick check. Does this sound familiar? You eat a normal dinner, feel fine for an hour, then get hit with a wave of burning around bedtime? That delay is often fermentation catching up with you. That's your signal that digestion is too slow, not too acidic. Drop a comment right now if you're a delayed burner, if the reflux hits you hours after eating rather than immediately. I'm going to address that specifically in a second. Here's the exact method. I call it the 3-signal protocol. Signal 1, the preparation drink. 20 to 30 minutes before your largest meal of the day, mix 1 teaspoon of raw apple cider vinegar into 8 ounces of warm water. Not hot, warm, around 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, like a comfortable bath. Add 1 teaspoon of raw unfiltered honey. Stir. Drink slowly over 5 minutes. Don't chug it. This primes your stomach acid to the right level before food arrives, so digestion kicks off properly and fermentation is minimized. Signal 2, the emergency response. When reflux hits, that burning, rising feeling, same formula, except this time add a ½ inch of fresh ginger if you have it, or a ¼ teaspoon of ginger powder. Ginger accelerates gastric emptying, meaning food moves through faster, reducing the pressure buildup that's forcing acid upward. Drink it slowly, sit upright. Within 10 to 15 minutes, most people report significant reduction in symptoms. Signal 3, the bedtime stabilizer. If nighttime reflux is your issue, waking up with acid in your throat, ruined sleep, coughing, take the base formula about 30 minutes before lying down. The honey specifically creates a mild protective coating along the esophagus. Think of it as a temporary seal. And this is important. Sleep on your left side, not your right. The anatomy of your stomach means that on your right side, the LES sits below the acid pool. On your left side, it's elevated above it. This one change alone can reduce nighttime reflux by up to 70%. But here's the thing. Doing all 3 signals without the 4th piece can still leave you stuck in a plateau, which brings me to what I promised you at the start. Remember when I said I'd tell you the thing that changed everything for me? Here it is. And it's going to sound almost too obvious, but the mechanism behind it is genuinely fascinating. Diaphragmatic breathing. Specifically, slow, deep breathing through the nose that engages the diaphragm, the muscle directly above your stomach.
Here's the science. The LES, that valve we keep coming back to, is physically reinforced by the diaphragm. The crura of the diaphragm literally wrap around the esophagus at the same point where the LES sits. When you breathe shallowly, which most modern stressed adults do all day, the diaphragm becomes weak, tight, and underused. That means less physical reinforcement for the LES, less resistance, more leakage. 4 to 6 weeks of consistent diaphragmatic breathing practice, 5 to 10 minutes a day, has been shown in clinical trials to significantly reduce reflux frequency. It's not a supplement, it's not a drug, it's literally retraining a muscle your body already has. Combine this with the warm drink protocol, and you're attacking the problem from 2 angles simultaneously. You're optimizing the chemical environment of your stomach, and you're strengthening the physical valve that keeps it where it belongs. When I added 10 minutes of belly breathing before bed to my routine, my nighttime reflux dropped dramatically within 2 weeks. My sleep improved. My mornings stopped starting with that gross taste and the tight chest. It's the cheapest intervention on this list and the most underrated. So let's close this out cleanly. You're stopping the cycle of antacid dependency that mutes the alarm without fixing the problem. You're starting the 3-signal protocol, the warm ACV and honey drink before meals, during flare-ups, and before bed. You're sleeping on your left side tonight, and you are absolutely starting the diaphragmatic breathing practice that strengthens the one muscle that physically holds everything in place. This isn't complicated, it's not expensive, it doesn't require a prescription. What it requires is consistency and understanding that your body isn't broken. It just needed the right signals. If this gave you something you didn't have before, share it. Someone in your life is sitting through every meal waiting for the fire to start. They need to hear this too.